Good day, grade 5 learners. Welcome back to our virtual discussion. So last week we discussed about the order of operations, PMDAS and GMDAS. PMDAS stands for parentheses, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. GMDAS stands for multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. But those two abbreviation has the same function. Ano po yung function nila? Kapag tayo ay nagpa-perform ng series of operations, first, we perform the operation inside the grouping symbols. Next is multiply or divide from left to right. Then last, add or subtract from left to right. So naka-base pa rin po siya sa appearance ng mga operations from left to right. Ngayon, another topic na naman ang ating i-discuss. So this is essential in building our mathematics skills. So let's start. In this session, our contents are as follows. Una, finds the common factors and the GCF of 2 to 4 numbers using continuous division. Then finds the common multiples and LCM of 2 to 4 numbers using continuous division. And solves real life problems involving GCF and LCM of 2 to 3 given numbers. The third content, medyo pahapyaw na lang yung i-discuss natin kasi na-discuss na natin siya from our previous lesson. So at the end of this lesson, you are expected to find the common factors, common multiples, GCF and LCM of 2 to 4 numbers using continuous division and solve real-life problems involving GCF and LCM of 2 to 3 given numbers. So let's define terms first. But bago tayo maging in-depth dito sa ating discussion, ito yung mga terms na malimit nating maririnig dito sa discussion na ito. And what are those terms? First is the common factors. When we are multiplying numbers, yung dalawang number po na yon, yung minumultiply natin, that is called the factor. Yung pong isa, yung factors natin yung nagbibigay ng product. So, ano naman po si common factors? So, when we talked about common factors that are the same for 2 or more numbers. Kapag nilist natin yung factor ng dalawa or higit pa na number, si common factors daw po, siya yung parehas na nating makikita doon sa dalawang given natin, doon sa dalawa or higit pang number na given natin. Let's have an example. We have 12 and 16. By listing method, 12 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 as factors, and 16 has 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16 as factors. Ano naman po si common factors? Titingnan lang natin yung mga numbers na parehas meron si 12 and parehas meron si 16. Yun po yung simplest explanation about common factors. So, by getting the common factors or parehas na number ng dalawang given number natin, we have 2 and 4. Magtataka kayo, teacher, meron pang isa, 1. Bakit po si 1 not included? By the way, si 1 is a universal number. Pwede po siyang maging factor ng lahat ng number, mapamaliit man or mapamalaki. Kaya hindi na natin siya or exempt na natin si 1. Itatabi na natin si 1. Doon na tayo mag-i-start sa dun sa other factors niya, which is 2 and 4. The next term is greatest common factor. So, ano naman po si greatest common factor? Na-enumerate na natin kanina, si factor. How about the greatest common factor? So, this is the largest number that is factor or divisor of each of the two numbers. So, pinakamalaki. Yung pinakamalaki naman daw po ang ating kukuhanin. Going back to our example, which is 12 and 16, kanina nakuha na natin yung common factors, pipiliin lang po natin yung pinakamalaki, which is 4. So, ayan. Kapag greatest common factor, pinakamalaking common factor ng dalawa or higit pa na number. The third term is common multiples. So, kanina nabanggit ko, yung dalawang number na minultiply natin, that is called the factor. Yung product, yun po yung tinatawag natin na multiple. So, other term for product is multiple. But what is common multiples? Ano naman po si common multiple? So, common multiple or multiples that are the same for two or more numbers. Multiple or product na parehas nung dalawa or higit pa na number. So, example, we have 10. By skip counting, makukuha natin ang multiple ng number or any number man yan. Basta mag-skip count tayo. So, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, etc. Mahaba pa yan. How about by 15? 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, etc. Kung hanggang saan man. Kung nth multiple ang hinahanap ni teacher. But what about the common multiples? You are asked to get the common multiple of this example. So, kukunin lang po natin yung parehas na multiple. So, parehas na number na present doon sa dalawa nating given number, which is 30 and 60. Again, walang pipiliing iba, kundi yung common, yung parehas. Parehas na meron kay 10, parehas na meron kay 15. The last term is least common multiple. So, eto, nakaangkla lang din siya doon sa ating common multiples. Ang pinagkaiba lang, kukunin natin yung pinakamaliit na multiple niya. Going back to our example, nakuha na natin, common multiples niya ay si 30 and si 60. Kukunin lang natin yung maliit. Ano ba yung maliit na number kay 30 and 60? So, therefore, our LCM is 30. So, again, kapag greatest common factor, pinakamalaking factor. Kapag least common multiple, pinakamaliit na multiple. So, that method is for listing. Pero today, dahil kayo ay nasa grade 5 na, i-upgrade natin siya into continuous division. Paano kaya natin makukuha si GCF and si LCM using continuous division? So, one way of solving for GCF and LCM of a set of given numbers is through continuous division. Kapag sinabi natin continuous division, it is done with repeated division until all given numbers are not anymore divisible by one common divisor other than 1. So, ito po ay applicable for GCF, finding GCF of the number. Continuous daw po, repeated daw ang pagdi-divide natin until wala na tayong makuhang common divisor other than 1. Mag-i-stop na tayo dun sa process na yon kapag 1 na lang yung common divisor nila. And ano po yung mga gagamitin natin na number to divide the given numbers or to divide the set of given numbers? We commonly use common prime factor. Ano po yung mga common prime factor na yon? Also known as prime number. So, dun sa divisibility rules natin, i-apply natin to. Yung prime numbers natin dun ay 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. So, dun lang po sa 5 na yon tayo pipili na maging divisor. Common prime factor or common prime divisor ng set of given numbers natin. So, lagi tayo mag-i-start sa pinakamaliit, papalaki, para mas makitang organize or parang mas ma-organize yung ating continuous division. Pero pwede din naman siyang maghalo-halo as long as mag-a-arrive tayo sa isang tamang sagot. So, now, ano po yung procedure how to get the GCF and LCM? So, yung first few steps, parehas lang po ang process ni GCF and LCM. Doon lang po sila nagkakaiba sa last na. Doon sa final step or final procedure. Ano ba yung process ay ano ba yung gagawin natin to get the LCM and to get the GCF of a certain set of numbers? Una, first step natin, write the given numbers horizontally and determine a common prime factor that will divide all the numbers. So, i-rewrite natin siya horizontally, parang kagaya siya ng division method natin kapag naglo-long division tayo, pero yung division sign natin ay pabaliktad para siyang naka-L lang. Next, write each common prime factor at the left side of the horizontal line and write the quotients below the numbers. Repeat the process until there is no common prime divisor. So, ayan, sa left side pa rin natin isusulat. common prime factor. Ibig sabihin, mga prime numbers po yung gagamitin natin to divide. To divide or as a divisor. And then yung quotient natin, instead na sa taas, di ba kapag naglo-long division tayo sa taas natin sa ilalagay, dito sa baba. Ibababa natin. But what about to get the GCF itself? So, the product of the divisor will be the GCF. So, kukunin lang daw po natin yung product ng mga divisor na ginamit natin para makuha ang GCF. For LCM naman, product ni divisor and quotient. So, pagsasamahin mo or kukunin mo yung product ni divisor and ni quotient to get the LCM. So, syempre, kung words lang, for few words lang, hindi natin siya masyadong maiintindihan. So, para mas maintindihan natin siya, mas maging klaro sa atin yung process ng finding the GCF and LCM, let's put it in an example. So, find the GCF and LCM of the following numbers. Let's start with two given numbers. We have 12 and 24. So, paano daw po natin kukunin ang GCF and LCM ni 12 and 24? So, first step, we have to rewrite it horizontally and then think of a common prime factor that can divide 12 and 24. Much better kung yung pinakamaliit or mag-i-start tayo sa pinakamaliit niyang common prime number. So, in that case, we're gonna use 2 as a divisor. Then, divide 12 and 24 by 2, makukuha natin ay 6 and 12. Again, repeat the process until wala na tayong makuhang common prime factor other than 1. So, kapag na-repeat natin yung process, we may use 2 again. And then, divide 6 and 12 by 2, we're gonna get 6 and 3. Then, si 3 and 6 cannot be divided by 2. So, skip na natin si 2. Next prime number, 3. Si 3 and si 6 ba ay divisible by 3 or pwede ba siyang ma-divide by 3? If yes, use 3 as a divisor. And then, get the quotient 1 and 2. Si 1 and 2, meron pa ba siyang common divisor? Kung palagay ko, wala na siyang common prime divisor. Therefore, stop na tayo sa process na yan. Then, get the GCF by multiplying these numbers. Kung ano po yung mga divisor natin, yun po yung imumultiply natin. Kung ano yung magiging sagot, yun na po yung ating magiging GCF. But what about the LCM? So, si LCM, kagaya ng nabanggit ko kanina doon sa ating diagram of procedures, yung product daw po ni divisor at ni quotient. So, ano po yung product na yon? Ayan. Nakikita nyo, para siyang nag-L or nag-L na talaga siya. Product ni divisor and ni quotient. Yun daw po yung magiging LCM natin. So, let's solve. For GCF, we have 2 times 2 times 3. Therefore, our GCF is 12. How about sa LCM? So, sa LCM, we just simply rewrite it, yung lahat ng mga divisor and lahat ng mga quotient, and multiply. Yung product, siya yung magiging LCM natin. So, we have 2 times 2 times 3 times 2. Teacher, meron pa pong 1. Hindi nyo po naisulat si 1. Si 1 po, pwede na po natin siyang hindi isulat. Consider na po natin siya. Kasi any number multiplied by 1, the answer is the number. Kapag si 24 minultiply natin kay 1, 24 pa rin ang sagot. So, pwede na po nating hindi isama doon sa mismong doon sa pagmumultiply natin si 1. Sa lahat naman ng number, kapag minultiply natin sa 1 ay ang sagot yung number pa rin. So, again, to get the GCF, multiply or get the product of the divisor. To get the LCM, multiply or get the product of the divisors and the quotient. This process is only applicable for 2 given numbers. So, eto, applicable lang siya kapag dalawa lang yung given natin na number. But what if you have 3 numbers just like this one? You have 12, 16, and 24. Follow lang din natin yung step from step 1 to end step or to final step para makuha natin si GCF. Pero meron lang siyang mga konting changes. Pero yung process, ganun pa rin. So, let's start with the GCF. 12, 16, 24. We may divide it by 2. And then 6, 8, and 12. Again, pwede siyang ma-divide by 2. final answer natin or quotient natin is 3, 4, and 6. Si 3, 4, and 6, wala na silang common divisor other than 1. Stop na tayo sa process na to. Kapag nag-stop na tayo, get the product of the divisor and that will serve as our GCF. How about the LCM? For LCM, i-continue lang natin tong process na to. So, rewrite, divide it by 2, quotient, rewrite, divide it by 2, then another quotient. Si 3, 4, and 6, pwede mo pa siyang paliitin ng paliitin. Again, pag LCM, least common multiple po ang hinahanap natin. So, kailangan po paliitin pa natin siya ng paliitin. We're gonna continue dividing until ang maging quotient natin ay 1. Kapag tatlo or higit pa na number ang given natin. Pero kapag dalawa lang, okay na po yung una nating example. Pero dito, dahil tatlo yung given natin na number, i-continue natin siya ng pag-divide. So, pwede kayong pumili. Pwede nating i-divide muna siya by 3 o kaya naman by 2. But I prefer to use the least muna, yung pinakamaliit muna. So, we're gonna divide those number by 2. Teacher, si 3 po is not divisible by 2. So, ano po ang gagawin natin? So, magkakaroon po tayo ng decimal? No. So, kapag ganito po yung ating case, we just simply bring down, re-rewrite, or ika-copy lang po natin sa baba yung hindi natin ma-divide by 2. So, eto po yung magiging sagot natin. Hindi natin na-divide by 2 si 3, so bring down lang natin. Eto, bring down lang natin siya, or kinopya lang natin siya. And then 4 divided by 2, we have 2. 6 divided by 2, we have 3. And then 3, 2, and 3. Si 3 and si 3, pwede pa natin siyang i-divide. Pwede pa natin siyang paliitin by using 3 as a divisor. Again, continue lang po natin siya until ang maging quotient natin ay puro 1. Puro 1 lang. Lahat ay 1. Yung nasa baba. So, we divide it by 3. 3 divided by 3. 2 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3. Again, teacher, si 2 cannot be divided by 3. Ano po ang gagawin? Kagaya nung ginawa natin doon sa third step, i-bring down lang natin siya or ika-copy lang ulit natin siya. So, 1, 2, and 1. Ayan. Teacher, dalawa na yung 1. Ano pong gagawin kay 2? So, continue pa rin natin to divide. Ano na po yung gagamitin natin na divisor? Of course, 2 na kasi yun na nga yung tatanggalin natin. So, 1 divide by 2, 2 divide by 2, and 1 divide by 2. Repeat or same ang gagawin natin doon sa step 3 and step 4. I-bring down natin kapag hindi natin siya pwedeng ma-divide by 2. Kaya ang magiging sagot na natin ay 1, 1, 1. Ayan. Nag-appear na po yung quotient natin na puro 1. Siyempre, dyan na tayo mag-i-stop. Again, this is applicable for 3 or more given numbers. Kapag 2, yung kanina, yung una nating example. Pero kapag 3 or higit pa, eto po yung gagawin natin. For LCM. Kasi nga ang hinahanap natin ay pinakamaliit. Kapag dito tayo nag-stop, kapag in-stop natin yan, eto, kapag dito tayo nag-stop, at kinuha natin ang LCM, minultiply natin ang divisor and minultiply natin ang quotient, hindi po pinakamaliit na multiple ang makukuha natin. Malaki pang multiple. Unlike this one, kapag kinontinue natin, makukuha talaga natin yung pinakamaliit na multiple ni 12, 16, and 24. So, paano ulit kuhanin ang LCM? We just simply multiply the divisors and the quotient. The product will be our LCM. So, ayan. Teacher, bakit hindi mo na naman sinulat si 1? Sabi mo, dapat kasama yung quotient. Again, understood na po yon. Si 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. If we multiply 1 by 48, ang sagot pa rin natin ay 48. Kung gusto nyo po or kung hindi po kayo maniwala kay teacher na, teacher, bakit 48 lang? Divisible by 12 ba yan? Divisible by 16 or by 24? Kung hindi po tayo or kung medyo doubtful po tayo dun sa LCM, pwede nyo po siyang i-manual division or pwede nyo po siyang i-check, i-double check po natin. Kung talagang divisible by 12 and by 16 and by 24, si 48. Kapag yes, tama yung sagot natin. Least common multiple yung nakuha natin. Kapag no, meron po tayong na-miss or meron tayong, what do you call that, meron tayong nakalikdaan na gawin. Pero for now, ganito po yung ating magiging process. Kapag tatlo or higit pa yung number or yung given number natin. Kapag GCF, stop na tayo kapag wala na tayong common divisor doon sa tatlo. Pero kapag LCM, continue pa rin ang pagdi-divide until ang maging quotient natin ay 1. Puro 1. Kailangan yung quotient natin ay maging puro 1, hindi yung merong iba. Unlike doon sa first process natin, kanina, kung matatandaan ninyo, we have 1 and 2. Teacher, bakit ganun? Bakit hindi mo siya dinivide by 2 ulit? So, you may, pwede din naman siyang i-continue mo para maging parehas yung process nila, or pwede din namang paiksiin mo na, mag-stop ka na doon, kuhanin mo na lang yung product. Actually, eto, pwede na po tayo ditong mag-stop. So, eto, 3, oops, wait lang, napindot. Dito sa 3, papunta po dito. Ayan, pwede na natin diyaang i-stop. Pero for the sake of the procedure na kailangan mag 1, 1, 1 yung ating quotient, itinuloy na natin ang division. Pero same pa rin naman yung magiging process natin or same pa rin yung ating magiging sagot. Hindi naman tayo maliligaw or hindi tayo mamamali if parehas lang yung magiging natin. We continuously divide all the numbers by a common prime factors. Again, common prime factors, basic common prime factors natin, we have 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. So, yung 5 na yon, tandaan natin, yun yung gagamitin natin as a divisor or prime divisor. The next one is, eto, nakita na agad, solving real-life problems involving GCF and LCM of 2 to 3 given numbers. Si 2 to 3 given numbers or yung word problem natin dito, same lang po ng process nung diniscuss natin ng mga nakaraang discussion. So, we're gonna follow the steps or procedures on how to solve word problem. So, ano-ano po yung mga procedures na yon? We have ask. So, what is ask in the problem? Ano po yung tanong? Ano po yung tinatanong? Ano yung hinahanap? And then, given. So, ano po yung mga given hints? O kaya naman, given data na nasa ating word problem. Then, operation use. So, i-apply natin ito since nasa lesson tayo about GCF and LCM. Sa operation use natin, ang lalagay natin ay operation or application of LCM o kaya naman application of GCF. For number sense, eto na yung execution of your plan. Since GCF and LCM tayo, nakaangkla sa continuous division po yung ating magiging solution. And then, final answer. So, sa final answer, make sure na may complete unit siya. Make sure complete ang ating statement. Nasasaad niya yung ating hinahanap or nasasagot niya yung ating tanong doon sa word problem. So, syempre, medyo malilito tayo. Teacher, kailan po natin gagamitin si LCM? Kailan po natin gagamitin si GCF? So, these are my hint or this is based on my observation only. Disclaimer, baka mamaya magtanong kayo o kaya naman may makita kayo na word problem na hindi naman parehas nung sinabi ni teacher. So again, this is based on my observation only. It may varies depende sa word problem. Depende sa pag-execute or depende sa pag-i-state ng word problem. So, all you have to do is to simply read carefully, analyze carefully the problem para mas ma-determine natin kung ano talaga yung hinahanap. Pero, for now, ito po yung na-observe ko for GCF and LCM. Kailan natin kinukuha or kailan natin ginagamit yung application of GCF? So, kapag ang word problem natin ay nag-i-start sa or yung tanong natin, yung what is asked natin ay nag-i-start sa what is the largest, o kaya naman what is the greatest possible number, o kaya naman nagpapahayag siya na you have to divide the number equally, divide the certain object equally, kaya naman about measurement or number of something. Ano yung measurement na yon? We have how long, how wide, etc. O kaya naman sa number of something, how many sheets of paper should each student get or how many blocks should a toddler could have sa pagbubuo ng, kunwari, ng object, parang mga ganon. Yung mga something na may kinalaman sa number of objects or number of materials, number of something, kagaya nga nung nasa ating PowerPoint. So, ayan po. Kapag ang word problem or kapag ang ating question ay nag-i-start sa what is the largest or what is the greatest possible number, automatic GCF po yun. How about by LCM? Ito naman po. What is the shortest least possible number? So, yun. Yun yung minsan na nag-i-start yung mga word problem about LCM. And also, about time, yung word problem natin. Ano yung mga about time na yon? So, may kinalaman sa number of days, kaya naman number of minutes, number of hours, yung may mga time interval, kumbaga. Kapag ganun yung word problem natin, parang nagpapahiwatig siya ng mga time interval, we use LCM. Ina-apply natin si LCM. Again, eto po ay based lang sa aking personal opinion and personal observation. This hint may vary depende sa pagkakakonstruct ng word problem. So, ano po yung dapat nating tandaan sa pag-solve ng word problem? You have to analyze, read carefully the word problem. Kailangan nyo po talaga siyang basahing mabuti at unawaing mabuti, kilatising mabuti ang bawat word para makita natin or para ma-direct tayo sa tamang operation or tamang plan para ma-solve ang isang word problem. So, you have to be more observant. Kailangan maging vigilant kayo sa mga words na ginagamit sa ating word problem para maging tama or para maitama natin yung ating sagot. Para nasa right path tayo to get the final answer or to get the correct answer. Again, in solving word problem, we follow AGONA. A stands for ask, G stands for given, O stands for operation used, N stands for number sense or number sentence, and A stands for answer. So that's all for today. Hope this video helps you to understand more about GCF and LCM and how to solve word problem involving GCF and LCM. Then good luck to your quiz for this week and see you in our next discussion. Bye-bye!